So you want to record your Christian single or your EP or your album, but for goodness sakes, where on earth are you going to find the time? I mean, you got commitments, you got family, you got work, you got things to do, responsibilities, obligation, maybe volunteering, and then some. Where on earth are you going to find the time to record the songs that God has put on your heart? So, well, if that sounds like you, then you want to definitely watch this video to the end, because I'm going to reveal to you how you can record your Christian single, EP, or album by compressing the time without rushing and without sacrificing the quality of your music. And if you want the cheat sheet to this video, just comment the word fast below and I'll make sure that I send you the cheat sheet to accompany this video so that you're getting results in the studio when you are next recording. But if we haven't met, my name is Elias Lenge. I'm a worship leader. I'm an author of the book Give Your Worship, which helps Christians to write songs, as well as a music producers. And I've helped Christians all around the world to write their songs. Once they've written, then to record their songs. Once they've recorded, then to start to promote the songs so that it reaches the right people so that they listen on repeat daily. So the question is, how do you record your Christian single, EP, or album as fast as possible without rushing and without sacrificing the quality? Well, the answer to that is it really comes to prioritizing and understanding the production process, because if you can prioritize and understand the process, you can reverse engineer it so that you are doing the things that only you can do and not having to do things that can be done by other people. So let's put this in context. How long does it take to record an album? An album, 3 months is a respectable time, and I'm talking 10, 12 songs. But truth be told, it can take 6 months depending on different variables. But if you are disorganized and you procrastinate and you're putting things off, of course, it can take as long as you want it to take, 12 months, a year and a half. I've literally had people contact me, hey, I want to record a song in a year and a half. I'm thinking, that's way too long. You guys contact me so you know who you are. What about a single? How long can that take? A single can take anything between, a day, maybe 3 days. An EP, that could take a month. And that's a respectable time, depending on, again, a few factors, which there's no one answer fits all. But the point is, it can take a long time. So how do you compress the time so that you speed up the results? So let's look at, there are singles. I'm going to write that down. Single, EP, which of course stands for extended play, and an album are different project sizes, which just means different songs, right? So we're talking about 12 songs. And like I said, this thing can take anything from 3 months to 12 months. I'm going to say 12 months. An EP could take, 1 month plus. A single, it can take, let's say a couple of days plus. Okay, so these are some of the, of course, it depends on who your music producer is and who the sound engineer is and who you have on the project. But these, I think, for the most part, you'll find to be true no matter where in the world you happen to be recording. So how do you break it down so that you speed up? Well, it comes down to prioritizing. And what you need to prioritize is, number one, if you're to start to prioritize this, which is the lead vocal, you are immediately speeding through the process where other people would sort of hit roadblocks. The second thing to prioritize would be, number 2, harmonies. Now, I say harmony is optional because you don't have to do all the harmonies. If you've got a 3-part harmony, maybe you can do one of the 3 parts. But truth be told, if you've got a good music producer, you don't have to do any of the harmonies because somebody else can do the harmonies for you, and you don't actually have to be there, especially if you've got a trusting, creative relationship with your music producer, studio, or engineer. And the third level of priority here, I'd say instrumentation, which I'm going to say is also optional because some of you play your own instrument. Some of you are singer-songwriters and you have a tendency to want to play your song on the recording. Totally fine. I understand that, absolutely. But let's be honest, sometimes you might get nervous and we're going to record the instrument as good as you can on the recording. And if you're the kind to get nervous, don't record the instrument. It's going to take way too long and it's going to make the project delay, which goes back to the original problem, which is not having enough time. So if you can avoid not playing the instrument, and this also goes for bands, you don't have to play every instrument The fast solution is to get a session musician on the project who's going to play the song much faster. And the second challenge with instruments is if you cannot play to a metronome or click track, you have a double whammy of a problem. So definitely be willing to give that part of your project to somebody else. So if you were to focus and prioritize in this level of priority, the main one being here, then I would say just record the lead vocals. And the way that this gets done is very specific. So do make sure you get the cheat sheet by commenting fast. The lead vocals, which on a single, if you do lead vocals, you could literally get this done, not in 2 days, but I'm literally talking in 3 hours. Most people have 3 hours to spare. Do you have 3 hours? Yes, you do. Okay. So you could literally, I've done this in the studio plenty of times, right? Client arrives at 10 a.m. in the morning, and by say 1 p.m. they're done, they're out of there. They don't have to be there. And quite frankly, maybe it could really be done in 2 hours for sure if someone comes prepared. And in an EP, we're not talking about 1 month. We're talking about an EP of say 5-6 songs that could literally be done in 7 days. And that's on the high end. How do I know that? Because I've literally recorded an EP. I'm talking written, recorded, mixed and mastered, all for this client. That was done in 6 days. Very intense, 12-hour days. I don't recommend that. It's not for everybody, but when push comes to shove, it's good to know that I can push back. So that's 7 days. And in all honesty, an album, if you were to really be focused, what you could do with the cheat sheet that I'm about to send you is you could probably get an album realistically recorded in 3 days if you were to focus. It sounds extreme, but it is actually true. If you were to focus on just recording the lead vocals and maybe some part of the harmonies, what you can then do with the right creative combination, whether you got a good producer, studio engineer, you can then leave off some of the other parts to people who are going to do them, which leaves you with the rest of your day to get back to your family, to your obligations, to work and other things you got to get done, whether that's volunteering. And so what I've basically done in one video is I've taken down your album, which you probably are thinking, well, I'm going to record it in 3 months from now, or it's going to take a year and a half. No. It's going to take 3 days. Okay. So I've taken 12 months and I've shrunk it down to 3 days if you follow this. So do make sure you comment with the word fast to get the cheat sheet. I'm looking forward to hearing what you record. And when you do record it, send me a link. And I want to enjoy it the same way that you enjoyed creating it. So send me a link. That's it for now. Go record, get the cheat sheet.